If you've ever loved 7 voices moving as one heartbeat, then you already know this story isn't just about a group, it's about loyalty, growth, survival, reinvention, and legacy. This is the story of GOT7. They debuted in 2014 under JYP Entertainment, a company known for precision, structure, and performance-driven idols. The expectations were heavy. They weren't just another rookie team. They were introduced as a global group from day one. Korean, Thai, American, Hong Konger, a strategic expansion move before global K-pop was fully mainstream. It was ambitious, maybe even ahead of its time. Their debut track, Girls, 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 came with acrobatic martial arts tricks, flips, spins, explosive choreography. They weren't soft rookies, they were athletic, charismatic, playful, and chaotic in the best way. From the beginning, their identity wasn't polished perfection, it was personality. They won Rookie of the Year awards. The momentum was strong. Songs like A, Stop Stop It, and later Just Right built their color. Playful but stylish, cute but confident. Just Right especially exploded. Bright colors, body positivity message, a girl being reassured she's perfect as she is. It went viral internationally. The views climbed fast. Global audiences were watching. But here's what casual viewers didn't see. Behind the stages, there was frustration building. GOT7 wasn't a group lacking talent, they were a group fighting to express it. As their discography evolved, If You Do, Hard Carry, Never Ever, You Are, Look, Lullaby, the sound shifted between aggressive EDM, emotional R&B, experimental pop, but many fans felt something was missing: creative freedom. The members were producing, writing, composing, yet not always given the steering wheel, and that tension quietly became part of their story. Still, they grew. They toured globally, sold out arenas, built one of the most loyal fandoms in K-pop, Agase. The green light stick, the bird symbol, the inside jokes, the chaos on V-Live. Their bond wasn't manufactured, it was raw and real. They weren't the perfectly synchronized robot idols. They were 7 friends who laughed too loud, roasted each other publicly, and exposed spoilers accidentally. And then 2021 happened. Contract renewal year. The industry expected the usual. Some renew, some leave, slow fade out. But GOT7 did something bold. All 7 members left JYP Entertainment. Not because they hated each other, not because they failed, but because they chose ownership. They chose freedom. They chose growth. And here's the part that made history. They didn't disband. They secured the rights to their group name. GOT7 remained GOT7. No rebranding, no formerly known as, just 7 men who decided that brotherhood wasn't tied to a building. That's power. Now let's talk about each member, because this is where the story becomes personal. JB, leader, producer, quiet storm. JB has always carried responsibility like second skin. Before GOT7, he debuted in the duo JJ Project with Jinyoung. He trained hard. Injuries, pressure, leadership at a young age. As GOT7's leader, he absorbed criticism silently. When the group was attacked, he spoke carefully. When fans were worried, he reassured them. But musically, that's where his soul lives. Under the name Def, he released R&B-heavy, moody, artistic tracks. His solo work isn't mainstream pop. It's introspective, sensual, layered. He signed with H1GHRI Music after leaving JYP, then later pursued independent paths, showing he values artistry over corporate structure. JB's success isn't just chart numbers, it's creative autonomy. Mark Tuin was often labeled as the quiet one early on, soft-spoken, reserved, but that quietness was misunderstood as absence. He was one of the first foreign trainees in a major company wave, a Taiwanese American navigating Korean industry expectations. After 2021, he returned to the US and rebuilt his career from scratch, independently. He released English singles, collaborated globally, performed at festivals like Head in the Clouds. Mark's growth has been subtle but powerful. He's no longer the quiet member in the back. He's an artist with his own narrative, embracing vulnerability in English lyrics about anxiety, identity, and independence. Jackson. Jackson Wang is a case study in global branding. Former fencing athlete, Olympian-level discipline, left sports for music. Within GOT7, he was the mood maker. Loud, funny, extra, but behind the chaos was relentless ambition. He founded Keem Wang, built it into a full creative label, fashion, music, branding. His solo albums, including Mirrors and Magic Man, broke into Western markets. He performed at Coachella, walked global fashion events, collaborated with international artists. Jackson didn't just leave a company, he built an empire. Yet, every time someone asked about GOT7, his answer never changed. We're still 7. Jin Young. Jin Young is elegance and restraint. Actor, songwriter, visual, emotional core. He transitioned seamlessly into acting, starring in dramas and films, earning respect beyond idol status. His performances in projects like He Is Psychometric and later serious roles proved range and depth. But music never left him. His solo album showcased soft, melodic storytelling, subtle, refined, intimate. Jin Young represents maturity, the slow burn success. Youngjae. Youngjae is sunshine with a powerhouse voice. He joined GOT7 last among the members, trained for only months before debut, and still became one of the strongest vocalists of his generation. His solo career leans bright, pop-driven, optimistic. He also pursued musical theater and radio hosting, showing versatility. But beyond achievements, Youngjae's journey includes battling anxiety publicly. He spoke about mental health struggles, something idols rarely did years ago. That vulnerability strengthened his bond with fans. Bam Bam. Bam Bam is branding genius disguised as meme king. Thai-born, charismatic, social media magnet. Post-JYP, he exploded in Thailand and Korea as a soloist. Albums like Ribbon and B showcased sleek pop with mature visuals. He became a judge on survival shows, ambassador for luxury brands, and one of Thailand's most influential K-pop figures. But Bam Bam never abandoned humor. His chaotic energy kept GOT7's identity alive online even during solo phases. He understands one thing clearly: personality sells. Yugyeom. Yugyeom was the maknae, youngest but never small in presence. Main dancer, smooth R&B tone. After leaving JYP, he signed with AOMG, a hip-hop and R&B label. That move signaled evolution. His solo music embraced groove, sensual choreography, artistic freedom. He's no longer the cute maknae. He's a performer in full control of his style. Now zoom out. GOT7's success as a group wasn't just about chart peaks. They had multiple #1 albums on Billboard World Album Chart. They toured across Asia, North America, Europe. They sold out arenas before K-pop was fully normalized globally. But their struggle? Creative limitations, under-promotion compared to label mates, internal frustration about direction. Fans frequently criticized management decisions, and yet they endured without public breakdown. Then came their 2022 comeback as independent artists with their self-titled EP. No massive corporate machine, just 7 men coordinating across different agencies, countries, schedules. They proved something critical. GOT7 is not a contract. GOT7 is not a building. GOT7 is not a marketing strategy. GOT7 is a choice they continue to make. As a fan, watching their journey feels like growing up with them. You saw the chaotic rookies, the frustrated mid-career artists, the quiet contract countdown, the explosive independence era. They didn't collapse when they left their company. They leveled up. Each member built a solo brand strong enough to stand alone, yet none erased the group identity. That balance is rare. Most groups fracture under ego, distance, business. GOT7 redefined longevity. Their brotherhood isn't forced skinship for cameras. It's long phone calls, group chats, public support at each other's solo concerts, subtle references, inside jokes that never die. In an industry built on replacement cycles, GOT7 chose sustainability. And that's why their story matters. Not because they were always number one, not because they never struggled, but because they refused to disappear. 7 different paths, 7 individual empires, one name, GOT7. And if you've been there since green light sticks first lit up arenas, you don't just watch their success, you feel proud, because they didn't just survive the system, they leveled up.